Okay, 8th graders, this is the problems that were the mental math. So A was 9 times 6. B was write the property for A plus 0 equals A. C, 7 times 8. D, 5 plus 3 equals 3 plus 5. What property is that? E, what's the first step in GEMDAS? F, 9 times 7. G, A times 1 equals A. What property is that? H, what property is 3 times the quantity, 2 plus x equals 6 plus 3x? I, 8 times 7. J, 8 plus 5. Okay, now I'm going to do your math problems with you. Okay, I'm going to show you my answer key, and you can copy down your steps accordingly. So the first thing I did was I changed all my addition to subtraction throughout the problem, and then I distributed that -1, and that's what I got. Then I combined my like terms. I did my positive 8x and my positive 5x first and got 13x. Did my -7y and my positive 6y and got a -1y, and then I had a -9 left, and that's my final answer. These guys cannot be combined because they're not like terms. Same thing. Changed all my addition to subtraction. Okay, then I distributed my 3x to get rid of my parentheses, and I ended up with this. You can zoom in if you need to see it. Then I combined my like terms, and there's my final answer. For 2.1, the biggest problem that I saw was this. When you put your -5 into, it has to be in parentheses because a -5 times a -5 is a positive 25. And then what I saw was people didn't combine these. You have to do your multiplication before you do your addition, and then you get a -7 as an answer. The biggest problem I saw with problem number 4 was the loss of this negative. Lots of you dropped your negative off of the 1/3. Some of you had it here, but then you dropped it here. And a 9 times the -1/3 is a -3. Okay, so you can't lose the negative, and that screwed people up. The next one was, again, this parenthesis. It's a -5 times a -5, which gives you a positive 25. Okay, so your answer should have been -13. This, if you missed them, they were usually silly errors. They were usually a dropping of the negative, not remembering that you have negatives and negatives. Your answer is going to be negatives. You have a negative and a positive. Your answer is going to be negative because this is the bigger absolute value. Turn the test over. You're more than welcome to copy my answers. So if I'm moving too fast, you just pause the video and copy the answers. Again, this is multiplication. Over here I should see 9 times 12 and the work worked out. But a negative times a negative is a positive. Okay? A negative divided by a positive is a negative, and you have to do the math and show the long division. The additive inverse property. This is what I was looking for. Some of you showed it to me in a complex problem. I didn't really want that. I just want a basic sample. Okay, you could have even done a plus -a equals 0. This one, you have a 0. It's in the parenthesis with your x. You ended up over here with 5 plus x, and the 0 is gone, and so is your parentheses. So what happened? You used the identity property of addition. You added 0 to something, and it stayed the same. Okay. Here's the last two. Again, lots of you are solving your problem. It's not a solve. It's a set it up so that we can solve it. Can you convert language into algebra? Okay. And the last one, you dropped your negatives, was the most common error that I saw. But here are the steps to the problem. Write them down. Make sure that you get the same answer that I got.